On the 27th of February 2026, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, the Pokemon Company revealed that Pokemon Champions will be releasing in April. And yesterday, the 23rd of March, same year, they gave us the exact date, which is 8th of April. And if my math is mathing, that's 2 weeks from me uploading this video. Competitive players all around the world are excited for the 8th of April now, and I am among them. In addition to the reveal of the release date, we also got the abilities confirmed for the Pokemon Legends Year Starter Trio, 2 of which are brand new. So let's start with Meganium. So Mega Meganium gets the new ability Megasol, and the way Megasol works is that when you use an attack, the attack that you use will behave as if sunlight was up. So your Solar Beam, your Solar Blade won't need a turn to charge, you can use them instantly. Your Synthesis will heal you for 75% instead of 50%. And if they decide to give it Growth, then Growth will boost attack and special attacks by 2 stages instead of 1. And last but not least, Weather Ball will turn from a base 50 attack to base 100 attack and change type from normal into fire type. And if it works the way I think it is, I don't know if it's 100% confirmed, but you will also get the Sunlight 50% damage increase. Don't quote me on that, but that's basically how I think it will work. Honestly, that's kinda crazy because that gives Meganium 3 different kinds of stab type attacks. You get your grass type stab, you get your fire type stab, and you get your fire type stab on Weather Ball. So Skarmory and Corviknight won't wall you. And many are probably wondering why not just give it Drought, or wouldn't Drought do the same thing? Well, no. Megasol has the distinct advantage of being able to do all this regardless of which weather is up. So if sand is up, if snow is up, or rain is up, it will still do the same thing. It will still act as if sun was up, so you will still gain all these advantages when you use your moves. In addition to that, you won't take double the damage from fire type attacks because they get boosted in sun, and last time I checked, Meganium is still a grass type. Speaking of, Mega Meganium could actually fit on rain teams now because you will still get the fire type stab on Weather Ball, and the rain, it will reduce the damage you take from fire type attacks. However, just watch out for the hurricanes because they will have 100% accuracy, so if you know that the Pokemon has Hurricane, you probably shouldn't stay in. And that sums up Megasol. Honestly, it's such a cool ability, and I am happy that Meganium actually gets the support it has so long longed for, because the Fairy type is good, just don't stay in on Poison type moves, seriously. A normal type Beedrill, not Mega Beedrill, normal Beedrill, has a high chance of one-shotting you with a basic Poison Jab. But besides that, Fairy type is a strong type, and many see it as the best type in the game. And now it also gets Megasol, which further boosts its viability. So I'm pretty psyched to try out Mega Meganium when Pokemon Champions comes out. And truth be told, I'm probably the most excited about trying to use Mega Meganium because Megasol is such a cool ability and I can't wait to try it out. And next up is Mega Feraligatr, which gets the new ability Dragonize. Cool name, by the way. Dragonize is the dragon type version of Aerolate, Refrigerate, and Galvanize and Pixelate. I think I got all of those abilities here. And what these types of abilities do is that they change all the normal type moves that you use into the corresponding type of the 8 ability, and give the attack in question a 20% damage increase. For Feraligatr, it's Dragon type, and luckily, thanks to Mega Evolution, it also becomes a part Dragon. So it gets Stab in addition to that, which is a 50% damage increase. What that means is Double Edge, which Feraligatr gets, and probably its strongest attack here, will be a nuke. Seriously, it will dish out some amazing damage. Regular Crocoboy gets the amazing ability Sheer Force, and Sheer Force gives all your attack that have additional effects like flinching or paralyzing or something besides just doing damage. It gives them a 33% damage increase, and if you combine that with the Life Orb, which gives you another 30% upon that, then you start hitting some pretty big numbers. But despite these numbers, Feraligatr, who gets Ice Punch, it's a weak move, but still a nice type attack, good offensively. It fails to 2-hit KO Tangrowth. Despite all those boosts, it can't get a 2-hit KO on a Pokemon that it hits super effectively. But then again, Tangrowth is a big chunky boy and it's one of the best physical walls in the game. Double Edge, however, has a very high chance of 2-hit KOing it. That shows you how big the damage potential is. I should also mention that Double Edge has recoil, so if you don't like recoil, the next best option is Body Slam, which is slightly lower. You go from 120 base attack to 85, but you don't take any recoil and you have a 30% chance to paralyze the opponents, which is a pretty nice bonus. So Double Edge, if you want to go all out on power and nuke stuff, or Body Slam for more consistency and longevity and potentially status spreading. I do, however, want to mention Facade here as a potential third option or a backup stab. Facade on its own is pretty weak with base 70 attack, but if you get burned, Feraligatr, it's a physical attacker, so your opponents will try and burn it. If you would get burned, or heck, maybe even paralyzed or poisoned, Facade will go from 70 to base 140, so it doubles in power and it becomes your strongest attack, or Giga Impact, but nobody really uses the recharge moves. I just kinda wish they gave it some kind of priority to abuse this as well. It gets Aqua Jet, but another stab priority would have been nice. If not Extreme Speed, then Quick Attack would have been cute. Or why not Fake Out? Fake Out Dragon Eyes would have been a cool option to use in VGC. But anyways, that's Feraligatr's new ability, Dragon Eyes. Last and not least, we have Mega Emboar, and they gave it Mold Breaker. Yeah, just regular old Mold Breaker. No Yoto starter favoritism here. Nope, not at all. It's kinda disappointing that they didn't give it a new ability, but Mold Breaker is not a bad ability to have. Actually, there aren't that many Pokemon that have this ability. Well, good Pokemon that is. And most that do tend to prefer their other ability. But yeah, so Mold Breaker, why isn't it so bad? Well, when you attack with a move and you have Mold Breaker, you ignore all the opponent's abilities. All of them. So if you use Earthquake, you will hit Pokemon that have Levitate. If you use Grass Knot, which Mega Emboar for some reason gets, you will ignore Sap Sipper. If you use Scald, which it also oddly enough gets, you will ignore Storm Drain, you will ignore Water Absorb. And for all of its fire moves, you will ignore Flash Fire. You will also ignore Fur Coat and Fluffy when you attack with physical attacks, so you'll do the normal damage, and if you use Knockoff on something that has Sticky Hold, you will still knock off their item. So yeah, nothing amazing or game-changing, but it's not a bad ability. Do I wish that it got something new and cool like the other starters? Yeah, of course. Do I hate Mold Breaker? No, not really. It's still better than Blaze and Reckless. But it's the least exciting one of those that got revealed. I'm still excited to try and use it when Pokemon Champions arrives. So yeah, that's all I got. What do you guys think of the new abilities? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Did you hope for more? Or did it meet your expectations? And which one do you like the most? Personally, I like Mega Meganiums the most because it's the most unique one, but I like all of them. So yeah, Write down below which one you like the most and which of these starters you will be using first when Pokemon Champion arrives. And also, if you think Emboar should have gotten something else, write that too. I'm curious to see what ideas you guys have. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm looking forward to Champions in 2 weeks, and maybe I'll battle one of you over there. Anyways, bye.